the sheriff, coys all the way, shameless and rowdy, they have lots to say. They're having it large, with a beer in the hand. North London forever, greatest team in the land. It's the Spurs breakfast brunch. Yeah, the Spurs breakfast brunch. It's the Spurs breakfast brunch. You know the Spurs, oh, the Spurs breakfast brunch. Good morning, all, morning, all. Hope you're all well this morning. You can see the cookie's had his hair cut at last. Little shave there. The old ear roll sticking out. Good morning, all. 2 days away, as Sheriff has put it, the day before the North London derby. Looking forward to it. I suppose, as we all are, might be a bit of nerves starting to fly about, maybe. I don't know. Big game for Tottenham now. Very big game for Tottenham. Big game for Arsenal. So, as I've said before, it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting to see what happens. Can Igor get a tune out of these players on Sunday? And will Arsenal be up for it after their few not iffy results, but draws, I suppose. They haven't lost still, but you know. I think teams are showing how to get at them anyway. So, but yeah, very interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. I've got to be honest. That old Mickey van der Ven coming out. Did he have the same energy for Thomas Frank as he did for Ange? Not in the old body language stakes, I wouldn't have said. But yeah, and I've heard that older Igor has been, not harsh, but gone in straight away, as we said, really told him, what he wants from him, and he's been on them from minute one. So let's hope that's a good thing as well. We'll hope so anyway, eh? Let's say a few hellos. I'll tell you what, we'll hit that one first. Don't forget to do that for us, people. Thank you very much. Mr. Simpleton's in great shows recently, he says. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to the Sunday watch along. I think we are too, mate. I think we are too, to be honest with you. Sheriff will be over the pub. And as you can see today, Sheriff's not here. He's at work today. But we have got the, thank God it's Friday stream tonight at 8 o'clock. So bit of luck. Everyone would have done their weekly work. Got the weekend off. Looking forward to watching plenty of football on Saturday. Watching the Spurs on Sunday. And seeing where it takes us. And obviously there's a game Monday night as well, but I don't count that because everyone went back to work Monday morning. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a decent weekend. A decent weekend. I'm looking forward to it. And a watch along as well, Mr. Simps, we've been trying to do it a little bit different. And we will continue to do so. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully as we go along over the weeks and months, more people will come in and watch. So we'll see, but we've still got a lot of learning to do on it as well, to be fair. But big up to you, Mr. Simps. Cheers. Rodders is in. Big up, Rodders. Morning to you, mate. Hope you're well. Top bloke. Nice to see you. Mario's in as well this morning. Good morning to you, Mario. He said, let's have it. Let's have it with the Gooners. Big style. And why not indeed, Mario? Why not indeed? I think we've got to be well up for this. And, I'm a bit old school. I'd be getting stuck in a bit early if it was me, putting one on them now and again so you can get away with the old not getting a yellow. But that's just me. Let them know you're about, as me dad used to say. Let them know you're about. Morning to Marianne, YouTube member. Hope you're well, Marianne, this morning. Good morning to you as well. Barbarics in. Good morning, bald cookie. Bald? Bald? I've still got hair. I know I'm going a bit round here, Barbaric, but I've still got hair, not bad. Don't think I've got a bad bit of hair for 57, mate. To be fair. That's why I let it grow. Big up to you, Barbaric. Yeah, very well this morning, mate. Yeah, and smash the likes and subs, people. Absolutely. Our old mate Lee's in. May the force be with you and you this morning, Lee. What's on the butt is the smart. Oh, I've just seen it. It's all right. I won't ask the question, Lee. Morning to Leslie. Big up, Leslie. Always in. Big up to you, mate. Big up to you. There we go. Stuffing me face with cheese and Branston pickle sandwiches. Get in, Lee. Get in, mate. Big up to you, fella. Scott's in this morning. Big up to Scott. Good morning to you, mate. Hope you're well too. Mr. T's in. YouTube member, mod. Big up, pal, from sunny Scarborough. Sunny Scarborough, eh? God, I don't think I've ever been to Scarborough, you know. Not even on holiday. No, I haven't. I was just racking my brains there. No, I haven't. Are you on holiday there, Mark? Or are you up that way or something? Are you having a little break or something? Tell me, mate. Tell me. Finn's in morning. The nerves are starting to kick in. Yeah, mate. I woke up this morning. I thought, another day closer. You know what I mean? It's the weekend. Everyone will finish work tonight. It's the weekend. Everyone will start get buzzing. And that's why there's a Thank God It's Friday show tonight. So you can all chill. Yeah. If you're in, not going out anywhere, grab yourself a nice little drink, sit back, relax. We'll do the chilling for you. But yeah, thank God it's Friday. Back tonight, 8 o'clock. There you go. Hopefully we'll have a couple of people on as well. Lee says, sod off back to Woolwich. Let's get stuck in. Take no prisoners. Absolutely, Lee. Absolutely. Game's changed, didn't it, Lee? Like back from back in the day. You've got to be a bit more careful now. You know, that's all we need. Someone goes in for a big and it goes a bit wrong and off. That's how it is now, isn't it? That's how it is. Scott says North London Derby is 3 a.m. where I am. Hopefully I can stay awake to watch the game. Have a little siesta in the evening, Scott. Little siesta for an hour. You'll be all right, mate. You'll be all right. Mr. Barton's in. Morning to you, sir. A do to you too. Hope you're well, Joe. Hope you're well, mate. This is what I like to see. The old positivity coming into the channel. They all say we're negative. We're not. We're realists. All right. But Barbaric says, don't ask me why, but I have a good feeling about Sunday. I think we can get something from the scum. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think we can as well. I've gone 1-1. Yeah, and hopefully, excuse me. Hopefully, you know, as Mickey van der Ven says, Igor's, you know, getting stuck into him, as they say, you know, telling him exactly what he wants. And that seems to be what's coming out of odds and sods from the training ground. He's not messing about. He's getting on with it. He knows what his job is. Yeah, so, you know, put it this way, there was a bit more of a, I don't know what you'd call it, a bit more life in Mickey van der Ven when he was talking about Igor Tudor than he was about Thomas Frank, or even when he was talking about Ange Postecoglou. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see on Sunday. We'll see. You know what? I wish I was going. Because the closer it gets, the more I think it's just going to be probably the best atmosphere in that stadium since it's been built. I know there have been some good ones. You know, I know there's been some decent atmospheres in there, but I think this could be mega, this one. And I do wish I was going now, the closer it's got, but I'm not. I will be commentating for you lot, whoever's tuned in, from 4 o'clock on Sunday. Good morning, Steve. Are you well, Steve? Mate, don't work too hard, fella. Whatever you're doing today, chill, be happy. The weekend's here. Come on, you Spurs. We're all good, Shem. As far as I know, Sheriff's okay. I haven't heard anything from him, so now no doubt he got his backside out of bed this morning and went to work. Yeah, he's good as far as I know, and I'm good, mate. I'm all good. Got a few bits and pieces to do today. Oh, there you go. Mark's come back in. Big up to you, Mark. He lives in York. So half term, taking the boys and my wife away for a few days. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Good on you. Here he is. Oh, Logan, always in. Big up to you, Logan. Morning, Ferry says, big up, mate, as always. Bring on the arse. No. Absolutely. Give it to Scarbados. As the Yorkshire folks say. Happy days, Mark. I've never been, you know. I've never been, but hopefully in the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, the old camper van will be coming along. I'm hoping so anyway. So I'm going to be out and about in that, streaming from all over the place in the UK. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that as well. It'll be good, that. So it'd be like doing this like mini YouTube geezer going around talking about Spurs all around the country. Be great. Looking forward to it. I watched Barry Sheen racing in Scarborough. Yeah, which I think was called Oliver's Mount. I do believe so. Or is Oliver's Mount in... Where have I heard Oliver's Mount? That's not part of the TT, is it? Oliver's Mount? I don't know. Perhaps I'm getting confused. I might be getting confused there. I've heard of Oliver's Mount. I'm sure it was the TT, but I could be wrong, Leslie, and you could be well right. Cool, that's back in the day, Barry Sheen, mate, isn't it? Top bloke, Barry. Broke nearly every bone in his body, mate, didn't he? Never seen a bloke with so many breaks. I have to be fair. What's the geezer's name? Do you remember Eddie Kidd when he jumped over the buses? Evel Knievel back in the day. I went to see him at Wembley Stadium when he jumped all the buses. I know there's Eddie Kidd, and there's another fella I'm trying to think. Might be. Oh no, it's you know who it is. It's don't know if any of you watch Speedway at all. There's a fella called Ty Woofenden who used to be World Speedway champion a few years ago, and they pulled up an X-ray of his body. You've never seen nothing like it. It's quite wondrous how the fella's still alive, to be honest with you. He's had some massive crashes in his time on a speedway track. But yeah, he's another one who's had his body smashed up over the years. Yeah, Leslie, must have been a few years ago. Yeah, geez. What was that? Late 60s, maybe. Mid 60s, late 60s, early 70s, Leslie? Something like that. Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. Favourite home game of the year, the no face, no case derby. Let's have it. It's got to be done, Joe, isn't it? I think we've got to go in with a bit of I don't know if it's the right word, steel about us, I suppose. You know, no prisoners. Let them know we're about. You ain't necessarily got to kick the crap out of them. Do you know what I mean, Joe? But you know what it's like back in the day. You always used to leave one on someone, didn't you? You know, if you thought they was a bit tasty. But yeah, we'll see. Again, I think it's difficult to be like that in football today. But, you know, use your brain, innit? Use your brain. Yeah, showing his age. Yeah, it's a while ago that Leslie. Yeah. Young at heart, that's absolutely correct. Barbaric says, I agree, Cookie. The way VD spoke about Thomas Frank, it was like not nice to see him leave, but it was time he went. Yeah, that I seem to get that bit of gist out of it. Yeah, he was the boss. You don't like to see anyone go type of thing, but it's happened and we move on. And, and by the way, Eagle's coming and, he's on it from you know what I mean, don't you? It's like the body language changed a little bit and, I almost felt like it was not good riddance, but thank God for that. That's the impression it gave me. But everyone's different. Jose's in the house this morning. Big up to you, Jose. Morning, Martin Gain. Looking forward to Eagles' first presser today. Yeah, me too. Me too, Jose. Yeah, it's we've only had little snippets, haven't we, Jose? Been little bits and pieces, little training videos here and there. But it'd be nice to when he sits down today to actually listen to him and see what he's got to say now he's had a few days with the players. Will be interesting. Agreed. It's gone. It's gone, Scott. Yeah, it's gone. It's finished. Thomas Frank's gone. Finished. Let's concentrate on who's in it. I mean, obviously, Scott, when you're in conversation, now and again, their names come up. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, you're right, Scott. He's gone. Thomas Frank's gone. Igor's here now. Let's worry about Igor for 12 games. Let's get safe. And then 1st of June, I think them upstairs have got to sort themselves out and start preparing for next year. And for me as well, I know I said the other day that, there's two ways of looking at it for the board. They've still got to take into consideration we could go down. It's very unlikely, but, in the event of a really bad run and, West Ham, Forest picking up points, you have to have it in the back of your head that it could happen. Right? As small as it is, I say it's small, it's bloody 5 points, isn't it? And someone said the other night, if we lose on Sunday and West Ham win, we're down to 2 points. And then you're right in it then. And then again, as I've said, and I've heard other YouTube commentators saying, have we got the balls? Even Ricky Sachs on, I'm sure he won't mind me quoting him, on the Spurs 5 last night. He said, it's not about so much where we are now, it's if we get dragged in and have we got the balls to get out of it if that's the case. And he didn't seem to think so. And that don't mean we're right by any stretch of the imagination. It's only opinion. Yeah, but that's it's not where we are now. It's if we get dragged into within a game of Forest, within a game of West Ham, and will we have the minerals to get out of it? Maybe. I don't know. That's my problem with it more than anything else. But we're on the game on Saturday anyway. 3 points. Sorry, Sunday. 3 points on Sunday. We'd be flying, wouldn't we? Be flying. Big up to you, Scott. Barbaric says Sheriff spending all his loose change on Costa machines like they're a fruit machine. Don't tell Ben. Don't tell Ben. Don't tell Ben, Barbaric. Keep it quiet. I don't think he'll be doing that again. Oh, look, I've got a Costa. I did half grass him up, to be fair, just for the bants. Big up to you, Barbaric. Mario's in. The consequences on both sides of this game is just huge. There was that 2-4 battle a few years ago, yeah, but there's just so much more on the line. Neither team can afford to lose. Agreed, Mario, yeah. Big game for both sides. Big game for both sides. And like I said earlier, the nerves start, we're 2 days away now. It's getting closer. Let's have it. Let's have it with them. Steve says, all aboard the choo-choo-choo train. Absolutely. Absolutely. If ever a team needed the fans to get behind them now, it's now. You know? I think we've got to... I'm sure a lot of you are the same as me. I don't want to go down, you know, as much as it had hurt them upstairs financially. I don't want to go down. It's not for me, definitely. You know, other people may look at it differently and think, you know what, serve them right. You know, but I just don't think they'd sell up, mate, while we were in the championship, if we were in the championship. Yeah, Barry Briggs back in the day. Yeah, remember around the old Wembley, Shem, back in the day. He used to do the dogs round Wembley Stadium, Speedway round Wembley Stadium, the old Wembley Stadium. Yeah, Barry Briggs, Ivan Major from New Zealand. Oh, there's loads of them. You could go on forever. There's loads of them. Big up, Joey. Steve Davis had more breaks. Absolutely. And Blakey's been on more buses than Eddie Kidd. Eddie used to land on them, mate. The bike would go one way and Eddie would go the other. Jeez, he battered himself about that kid. Honestly. Morning, Drooler. She says, morning, Cookie in a chat. Hope you're well. Sorry, hope you're all well. Yeah, we're well. I think we're all right, Drooler, to be fair. We're all right. Daniel's in. Morning, Treacle. How you doing, geezer? Yeah, we're all good, Daniel. We're all good, mate. That's funny, that, Jose. Drooler, divorced, remarried, or beheaded, as you've had so many name changes in the last year. Stig, you tell them, mate. Have a word with them. Have a word with them, Stig. You lot know. Yeah, it's difficult because there's only 40 of you in here, but 50 likes and a couple of subs. Hit that like button, please. Thank you very much. Morning to Kate. Hope you're well, Kate. Nice to see you in this morning. God, we've got onto the bikes now and everything. Look it's total change of tack here. Finn says, talking about racing bikes, my granddad used to maintain and tune up Phil Reed's race bikes in the late 50s and early 60s. Phil went on to win World Championships in 3 different classes. Big up, man. Big up. Phil Reed, eh? God. Jeez, I don't know. That's mad, isn't it, Finn? That's great, that. It's amazing when you talk to people and just come up with a different subject, and then all of a sudden people in the chat are, you know, I used to do this, my granddad used to do that, talking about that subject. It's mad. When we went, Billy says, big up to you, Billy, when we nearly went down in 94, we had Mabbott, Sheringham, Sedgley. Yeah, we did. We did, mate. Yeah, Billy's in again. Big up, Bill. Oh, yeah, he's just continuing. Sorry, we had players like Sheringham, Mabbott, Al, Sedgley. No one in this current squad have the bottle for a relegation fight if worst comes to the worst. Well, we'll find out, mate, won't we? We'll find out. And hopefully, as Tottenham Ranger says, big up Tottenham Ranger, he says, we got something for these lot. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. And if we ain't got nothing for them, Tottenham Ranger, there's something wrong, isn't there? You know what I mean? We've got to have something for them at the end of the day. You know, we can't just turn up on Sunday and, you know, as Sheriff said in the reverse game, just roll over. Let Eze do what he wants. Not in this game. Not in this game. It is not allowed, as they say. Not allowed. So does anyone think we're going to get a win tomorrow? On Sunday? I keep saying tomorrow. It's Saturday tomorrow. on Sunday? Or are we sort of not sure? Or does like stuff that you've heard from Igor Tudor this week give you a little bit of a lift? You know, do you think the players are just rubbish? Have they not got it in them? We definitely need something. We definitely need something Sunday morning. You know, and like I've said before, if they can't get themselves up for this, you know, the fans have been getting themselves up for it all week, ready to go. Surely it must be exciting to a point for the players, you know, not that the position that they're in, but new manager coming in, you know, 12 games to prove themselves. Because they ain't been proving a lot all season, have they? Let's be fair. I think it might help that Tudor is not what I would call a big attacking manager. You know, he's not like all out. But I think it'll help that maybe he'll get the ball up the pitch quicker. You know, rather than the slow. You know, he already said, you know, if there's not a pass on and I've got to go long, I go long. But he's not scared of going long. It ain't all going to be, you know, the pretty football stuff, I don't think. Listen, to be fair, I'll take the shittest performance they can put out if we get a 1-0. It's not about the performance really at the moment, is it? Not for me, it's not anyway. I mean, it'd be great, don't get me wrong, you know. All of a sudden go out there playing like Brazil, we'll have some of that, do you know what I mean? But I don't think it's gonna. You might see some subtle bits as the weeks go past, maybe, as he gets into them a little bit. But yeah, I would take a 1-0 and a crap performance, to be quite honest with you. I'm not, or a 0-0, to be honest. I'll take a 0-0, 1-1. Get up, he says. Tottenham Ranger, big up, mate. Big up. There you go, Barbaric. Let's show ambition by smashing the likes and subs. Yeah, we're trying, Barbaric. We're trying, mate. A win is a possibility, says Scott, but it would be a big upset. Yeah, I mean, Tottenham are a massive price from what I've seen for being at home as well. 5-1, 6-1 at home. Ridiculous price. But it just shows you, you know what the bookies are like. They go on, who's up here? Oh, well, they've only lost their ever many games. Look at them down there, whether they're at home or not. Look how many games they've lost. But on a North London derby, I don't think form really matters. To a point, you know, obviously both teams turn up, you know, and you're going to end up with a good game. You could end up with a good game. But, yeah, that's where I am, Ranger. I'm 1-1, mate, to be fair. I'm 1-1. And Ranger says, at worst. I hope so, mate. Be great if we could nick a win, wouldn't it? It would be great if we could nick a win. It's never out of the realms of possibility. Never out of the realms of possibility. You know, you can say like Arsenal got more quality than us, and you know they're flying in the league. Against them, they've had a couple of performances against Brentford and Wolves, especially Brentford. Had a right go at them in the second half of that game. Had a right go at them, pushed them back. You know, you don't normally see that from Arsenal. You know, normally they'll recover, get possession again, and away they go again. But give a lot of loose balls away the other night against Wolves as well. You know, and they pegged them back in the last minute. So it has to give you a bit of hope somewhere along the line. But, you know, for me, form goes out the window as such. And especially for, you know, with this game as well, the North London derby and a new manager coming in. First game. Let's see how much Eagles' testicular fortitude stands out on the touchline on Sunday when he's got Arteta breaking all the rules, stepping over the line, out of his box, on the pitch. We've been saying about refs, just because it's Arsenal, I think we're monkeys if it's Arsenal or not. If he's breaking the rules, tell him. Don't let him get away with it, because I'm sure when other managers are stepping out their box and, on the line, that the third referee over and, get back in your box. He gets away with murder on that touchline. Absolute murder. But it ain't about that at the weekend, to be honest with you. It's about the players on the pitch. And I'm sure our Eagle will deal with Arteta if he needs to. No doubt at all. Shem says, don't think a win may be a draw. Will take more than 10 days to make this sorry bunch to start playing football. Yeah. It's going to be, I think you'll see bits and pieces, maybe, if they take to him, obviously, over the next few weeks. But who knows? Perhaps they were just so downtrodden by Frank's tactics of sitting back constantly, knowing you're just going to be out there for 90 minutes, running around trying to, I don't know, defend your goal as such, with not a lot going back the other way. I think you'll see a change from Tudor in that, because when we do have the ball, I think he'll want to get it forward. He'll want to get our better players on the ball and around the ball, just get stuck in, man. Just get stuck in. Mario says, if I see fight on Sunday, regardless of result, I do believe we'll stay up. Roll over and get battered, I worry we'll be in the Championship next season, because if you can't get up for this one, we have no chance. Agreed. Agreed, Mario. Biggest game of the season, isn't it? Might not be for them, but it is for us. I say it might not be for them. That they need to go on a run now as well. Now they've got, you're going to be sure Pep's going to have City up for it. How many chances have they been given this season? City as Arsenal, just almost seems like they're trying not to win it again. But yeah, Mario, it's, we've got to see fight on Sunday. Big up Stig. He says, I'm excited to see the formation he plays. We've got the players for wing backs. Unfortunately, too many injuries. I'll take a draw. Yeah, it will be interesting to see if he goes with the three, Stig, and plays with the wing backs, or if he feels like he hasn't got the personnel available and he plays, something different. Yeah, it's. I know he likes to play different formations in and out of possession. That is one thing he does. Generally, if he's got the players, he'll stick with a 3-5-2. And he'll change it up because he wants players behind the ball. When we lose the ball, he wants pressure on the ball to try and win it back, and at the same time, if you like, get the players behind the ball, ready to go again, win it back again, and go again. Which I don't see anything wrong with that, to be fair. As long as we've got an outlet, and we get players up around that outlet when the ball's going up, I ain't got a problem with that either. What I have got a problem with is when we lump it forward to whoever's up front and there's no one within 25 yards of them, because they're not miracle workers. It don't matter if it's selected. You know what I mean? You saw what happened with Kudos when we had no other outlets. Teams worked it out. Yeah, it's always going to Kudos. We'll make sure we've got 2 or 3 on him. And I ain't being funny, right? When you've got 2 or 3 on you all the time, you're going to struggle. It's going to make you look a lot worse, when you're being marked by 2 or 3 players. So hopefully now, Tudor comes in. I want Kudos back in the team when he's fit. Get him back in the team, and see what else you've got. See what Igor's got for these players. I'm sure. I still think they're going to be set up a bit differently. As short as we are with players, I just think you might see a different intensity. That's a good word, isn't it? Different intensity from Spurs, but I'm hoping it's going to be for the 90 minutes. Which is a big ask because you do get lulls in games. But I just want the head, if you like, to always be aware. Don't turn off. Don't give yourself a break for a minute. Be dialed in for the 45, 47 minutes. Go and have your break. Back out again. Be dialed in for the 45, 47, 48 minutes, whatever it is. Do the job. Do your job to the best of your ability on Sunday. Injuries will play a part, though, Stig. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt that, these, whatever we've got, 14, 15 players, seniors that are fit, then, they've got to be up for it, mate. They've got to be up for it, all of them. Finn says, we might have an advantage in that Arteta can't properly prepare for this game, as you won't know what to expect, just like our fans. Yeah, there is that. It is difficult for him. Igor might know exactly what he's going to do. He's walked in and thought, yeah, we'll have a quick look. We'll see if we can play the way I like to play. Yeah, but in the same sentence, he's put in his interview, I don't know if I've got the players to play that way. So, straight away, is he coming in playing mind games? Just like the question you've asked, Finn. There, we don't know. I'm sure that Arteta will do his due diligence and, see what he's done in the past. But because of the injuries that we've got, he might feel he can't play that way. Might have to play with a 4. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to do? But we'll find out on Sunday, though, with what we've got available. And I don't know if Porro's going to be available or not. I've heard that he's got a chance. And Richie's meant to be back. Well, make of that what you will. But, it's interesting. Very interesting. Morning, Andrew. He says, Tudor will bring discipline. That's what this bunch of peas need. I would read that out in the evening, that word, Andrew, but I've got to be a bit careful in the morning, mate. Tudor will bring discipline. That's what this bunch of peas need. A bit of fight for the badge. 2-1 Spurs. Big up, Andrew. Yeah, absolutely. Aussie Angie's in. The positivity is in the room. He says the UCL is coming. Who's coming to the parade in May? Well, I'll tell you, mate, if we win the UCL, which again, it's possible. You never know. You never know in football. But if we win the UCL, I'll see you down at Coaching Horses or the number 8 or wherever you want. Yeah, and the beers will be on me, mate. The beers will be on me. I hope we do win it. I hope we do, but I can't see it. Yeah, they've been busy, Ranger. This is another thing. This is another thing. You see, they've got this big old squad. Do they rotate it enough? Arsenal. Yeah, they've played last weekend. They've played Wolves in the week who've given them a game. Now they're coming to us this weekend. 3 games in a week. And we've had nearly a fortnight's rest, something like that. So, it can't be a fortnight's rest. What am I talking about? Played last week, didn't we? Yeah. Whatever, anyway. We've had a good rest compared to what they've had. So, yeah, that's another factor to take into account. Tottenham Ranger, agree with that. Yeah, there you go. He's put too many games between the fixtures. Yeah. Perhaps it is getting to them, Ranger. It really might be getting to them. Who knows? You know, this is the 4th year now, isn't it? The 4th year now. And for me, they're still in possession. Go and win your games. If they beat Man City, go and win all their games. They win the league, don't they? But let's beat them this weekend. Let's get a draw with them this weekend. Let's nick a couple of points off them this weekend. You know, a point for us is better than no point. You know, because I don't think, you know, if you'd talked to Speed people a couple of weeks ago, there weren't many that said Spurs were going to win this game at the weekend. There weren't many, to be fair. But I think that, you know, the place has been lifted a little bit. There's a few positives coming out, you know, of the training sessions. And like you say, Arteta's going to be guessing a little. I'm sure, you know, they'll set up for all scenarios. And you know, when he sees how we set up, they'll adjust to it. But yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to it now, to be honest. Scott says, Tudor will demand the players play with the right attitude. Those who don't will lose their spot in the team. Well, if we've got enough players to put someone else in, Scott, yeah, definitely. You know, I think that's the minimum that he demands, to be fair. The minimum. God, that'd be a long night, wouldn't it, Dominic? That'd be a long night. Jeez, wouldn't it be a long night? Could you imagine that? That'd be mad, especially with the problems we've got at the moment. You know, managers, players out, skeleton squads, all that type of stuff. Aussie Ange says, with a famous UCL win, we can sign the world's best. We could sign the world's best, Aussie Ange. I don't think Enoch would agree with you on that. But because they don't do it. But yeah, the money would be there. You know, Champions League win or what? The players want to join a team that are struggling in their league form like we are. Yeah, winning the Champions League, mate, would be, you know, unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, I think I'd be in massive shock if we won the Champions League. But again, never say never. The chances are that it won't happen with the problems that we've got at the moment. But you never know, mate. You never know. Big up, Daniel. Daniel's chucked us a super sticker in. Really appreciate that, mate. Thanks, Daniel. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the show, mate. Just try to keep it a little bit, you know, chilled, and then we get people on more in the evening and have a bit more of a chinwag, Dan. You know how it works, mate. Big up to you, though, Daniel. Really appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate that. Leslie says, let's hope the players aren't too fired up that they get a red card. Yeah, that's what we've got to be careful of as well, Leslie, you know, letting it go too far the other way, or on the pitch, Arsenal players knowing, yeah, that we're wound up for the game, you know, and taking advantage of that, diving and, you know what it's like. You know what it's like. You know, they're pretty savvy, Arsenal players, to be fair. They are pretty savvy. You know, they're good at time wasting when they need to do it. You know, and you're right, Leslie. I don't want us to go in, you know, too over the top. There's ways and means of doing things, as you all probably well know. You know, just let them know you're there. Let them know you're there, and you know the old sign: thou will not pass. End of story. You know what it's like, Leslie. The old dig up the ribs. You know, there's loads of stuff that you could that you get away with. You know, that's It's just all part of how the game used to be back in the day. You'd always used to let someone know you was there, especially if you played these teams, even on a Sunday morning, when you played these teams, every year and so on, or whatever, or you came up and you always remember who was a tasty player for them. All sorts used to go on a Sunday morning, I'll tell you, and a Saturday afternoon, Same thing. But yeah, big up, Les. Big up, mate. Ghosted says they always turn up against us, even when we had a better team. If we play high tempo, pressing game, I just hope we don't get any more injuries. Yeah, and that's another problem, Ghosted. But at the end of the day, whether you've got 14, 15 players or not, I think they've got it's the only way. Arsenal do not like high tempo against them. They just don't like it. Yeah, you saw that from Brentford the other night. But yeah, I think higher tempo is the way to go, to be fair. Shut everything down. Obviously they'll get breathers in the game when their back four have got it. No doubt. Hopefully, Solanke will be going in and shut them down. But when they're knocking it between them, Gabriel, Saliba, they'll give themselves 10 yards. It's when that ball first comes in. And I'm not saying Solanke, Marnie, Richarlison, don't go and shut them down. But I almost feel like he'll make sure they're in a shape to deal with when that first pass comes in, or hopefully. Solanke, Mawani, Richie, whoever, go and do your shithousery, go to them, make them pass it. The chances of you getting to them are very slim. But there will be times where we do go in hard. When they play it out from the back or whatever, maybe we will go in hard and try and nick the ball. Who knows? Well, again, we'll find out. On Sunday. But yeah, good comment that, Leslie and Ghosted. Both good comments, Sam. No, I'm not scared of them, mate. I'm not scared of them, Dan. You can't be scared of anyone when you play football, mate. Don't matter how good they are. You've got to back yourself. Mate. Yeah, you can't be scared of people. Can't be scared of teams. And that's whatever level you're at, Dan. Professional, non-league, Sunday morning, Saturday afternoon. It don't matter. It all means the same thing relatively, doesn't it? Who wants to go and play a game of football? You turn up for your local side on a Saturday and you think to yourself, oh, God, not them again. We're going to get spanked today. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't be scared. Can't be scared of anyone, mate. Aussie Ange says Ange has laid the foundations for us to win trophies. It's a good win, that Europa League win, to be fair, Aussie Ange. It was a decent win, that. Decent win. Unfortunately, mate, the club has to be aligned, mate, if you want to go and win things like Champions Leagues. There's too many problems at our club. But, again, you never say never. I'm not one of them to say that, no, we definitely ain't winning it. Even though in here I feel like that. Can't see us winning it. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Not many, but stranger things have happened. Big up to you, Aussie Ange, for being in anyway. He says, we will win. We will win, he says. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Anthony, big up to you, Anthony, Arsenal supporter as well, was on the channel the other night. You can't afford to lose, mate, can you? Well, you need a win, really, didn't you? You need to step back on the gas again, Anthony, didn't you, again? It's a very big game. A very big game. Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I can't comment on that, to be fair, because I want to see now what Arteta does for the rest of the season. Will it be another bottle job? Because you've got to remember as well, they're in all 4 competitions still. They're in the lot still. There's talk about the quad. I think Man City will have something to say about that because they're on for the quad as well. So, yeah. It's all go. It's all go. We're at the business end of the season now. But in both ends of the table, you know, we can't afford to take no prisoners on Sunday now. We need to go and get something out of that game. And you know, like I said, if we get something out of that game, that hurts Arsenal as far as the Championship Premier League's concerned. But a point for us on Sunday is a big point, I think. It's better than no point. You know, it's a point that no one would expect us to get, really. But you know, results that Arsenal have had lately tell you maybe we can get something. Maybe we can. Yeah, Daniel said, big game for both. Did I say it weren't? I didn't mean to say that if I did. It's obviously a big game for both. Yes, so I apologise if my words never came out properly. Daniel says it's a big game for both. Teetering champion potential versus the consequence of relegation. Yeah, agreed. Agreed on that, Daniel. Sorry if I said something else. You know, that is where I stand on it as well. Yeah. You never know, you see. Yeah. Listen, Aussie Ange, football strange. I don't think they will. I think they'd have to go on a bad run for that to happen. But you know, they've backed him for the last 5 years, so I'm sure that they'll back him now. Whether they'll back him at the end of the season, depending on they win or lose it or not, is a different matter. You know, there's a lot of Arsenal fans that the way they look at it is that, yeah, Arteta's been closer, but I think there's a lot of them that are frustrated, like really frustrated. And maybe they think if they'd have had a top manager in, they'd have been winning more before now. But the Cronkies have gone with Arteta. They've stuck with him. And that's their decision to do that. But I would be shocked if he didn't win anything this season, especially for me, the Premier League. I'll be shocked if he's there next season. Shocked. But that again, that's just me. That's just me. Yeah, agree, Daniel. Agree, they did put in some serious groundwork. Yeah, they did. Again, I'll repeat it again. Igor does not like players standing still at all. You know, whether a move's broke down, you know, you don't want to see, head in hands and all that. On your bike, get back behind the ball. He wants runners tracked. When players are running, making movement, you know, be on the move, pick things up as you go along. We'll see again. Drula says the advantage going into this game is that Igor knows Arteta's style, but Arteta has no idea what's coming. Maybe, Drula, yeah. We spoke about that earlier, as you know. Yeah. That's pretty true. I think they'll know, you know, how Arsenal are going to play. But yeah, he don't know what's coming, does he? And neither do we. Neither do we. Yeah, it's 2 weeks. I thought we had 2 weeks off, Anthony. It's all right. Don't worry. I'm getting old, mate. I'm getting old. Don't forget your players had a week off with no training. And so, yeah, they had 5 days off, mate. They did have 5 days off after Frank got sacked. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah, and you lot have been on the go, mate, haven't you? So, Yeah, fair play, mate. Fair play. I don't know why I got confused over the 2 weeks bit, because I knew it was 2 weeks. So I had 5 days off. It's absolutely correct, Anthony. Cheers, mate. Mario says, Arse would have played 4 games come Sunday and we've had 12 days off. Surely the fitness will be on our side. Obviously, they have more quality, but that might just play a part. Agreed. Mario. We're looking for all the little things, aren't we? We're looking for all the bits and pieces to try and make that sort of medium or bigger size thing that we can take to the game with us to give us a bit of hope. Agreed, mate. Good comment, Mario. Leslie says we should be grateful that we didn't have a Champions League playoff midweek and have had time to prepare with Igor on the training pitch. Again, agreed, Leslie. It's helped him out at this time, hasn't it? Yeah. I watched his, I don't know if you all watched it the other day. He made another video going to see the young lad Harley that's got lots of health problems at the moment. And made his day, man. Made his day. Brilliant stuff from Madders. Off the pitch, and probably our best player still. I don't know about when he comes back, but before he hurt himself, he was our playmaker at the end of the day, wasn't he? And we have missed him. There's no doubt about it. We have missed him. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, big up Joe. Joe's in. He says the North London derby, very interesting for neutrals all around the world, more than usually. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be plenty tuning in, Joe. Big up to you, mate. When you say them wasting time against Wolves, it shows their confidence is shot. Yeah. We've definitely got to get at them. Definitely got to get at them. Shem says, when you see Raya go down with a mysterious injury in the first half, that's when Arteta has figured out how we are playing. Happens all the time with them lot. Yeah. And what about Trossard the other night? I'm hearing something about went off or a concussion sub or something, and now they're saying he's available. I didn't think that was allowed, but something else for the authorities to have a look at, I suppose. There you go. Finn says the only thing that is certain about Sunday's game is that I'm waking up with a hangover on Monday. Let's hope it's an extra big one when we've won, Finn. Eh? And Daniel's in with him. There you go, Daniel. Aussie Ange says we need to go at Arsenal now. Worse bottlers than we have been since before Ange came and made us believe we can win. Yeah, got to have a go at them. Got to have a go at them, Aussie Ange. We've got to have a go at them. Because if we just sit off and let them do their thing, they'll pick us apart. Eventually, they will. Let's hope so, Dominic. Let's hope so. Yeah, and the subs as well, Andrew. And the subs as well. Let's knock them down. Let's run them down. Tet's biggest problem, he loves to micromanage every single detail of the game in-game. Just let them play the game. Yeah. I got Anthony. I know they're our big rivals, your lot, but to be honest with you, I don't watch them as in, they're on Sunday afternoon. I watch that. Probably should do. Watch them a bit more. Obviously, always catch a match of the day, and you know what it's like. Sometimes you just can't have the telly on all day watching football because the missus wants to do stuff or whatever, or the kids around. It's just sometimes it's impossible. But this Sunday's watch along day. Don't forget. Yeah, we'll be having a bit of a watch along. Aussie Anne says, I can't believe Ego and Cecil from AFTV said that Arsenal were world beaters first half. Second half was poor due to the rain, and it was a point gained. Not having the rain, mate. Not having the rain is an excuse. Sorry. No chance. I don't want to talk about. I don't watch them. Aussie Anne. So I don't want to comment on what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? But the rain. Come on, man. Come on. Any excuse? Yeah. I really don't like commenting on what others are doing. To be fair, I don't. You know, if it's one of the crowd that we're involved in the WhatsApp groups, and I feel like I can say something, I do. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know them, so I don't want to comment too much. Yep, any excuse. Yeah, Ben, he's gone to work again. He's not working the weekend though. Apparently, he's he's in today, and I think he's off for the weekend. But yeah. Can you believe it, Ben? Can you believe it? Big up to you, Ben. Morning, Cookie. Stephen says, morning to you, Stephen. Reality is I'm dreading this game more than any derby in years. I think I'll shut myself away and nervously check the result later. Come on, you Spurs. Stephen, get in front of that telly. We need you. Get in front of that telly, mate. Big game. We need you, mate. You'll be all right. Get that telly. Get yourself a nice pint of beer or whatever your thing is. Whatever your tipple is. Yourself a little drink. Sunday dinner. Yeah. And then sit down and watch Spurs with a nice pint, mate, or a little scotch or a brandy or something like that. Give 'em hell, mate. Give 'em hell. Ben saying hello to Daniel. Interesting, this Finn. Dele Alli is the special guest at Spurs on Sunday. Imagine how good he could have been if he didn't have those issues he dealt with. Such a shame. Yeah, and more than likely he'll be on the subs bench because we're so short of players, Finn. Sign him up. I didn't watch it. I've seen little bits of it, but no, I didn't see that. But yeah, we'll just let Arsenal do what they do, mate, and we'll do what we do. Dominant says, Mark, the Trossard case is because it's Arsenal. It didn't happen with us and Bergvall this season. Pass. Anthony, if you're still in, be interesting to see what your thoughts are on the Trossard stroke concussion thing the other night, because I thought if that sub was used and it was written down, concussion sub, and obviously they know it is, that player's name is taken and then he's not available. That's what I heard. I might have to look up on the rules a bit more, but that was the point of it. Yeah, you can have a concussion sub, but by the way, concussion means, you're not available for a bit. So again, I'll have to check out on it. Big up, Kate. Yeah, get them likes up, get them subs up for us, people. See if you can get us up to 50. 50 likes. I'm an happy man this weekend. Couple of subs. Oh, by the way, listen, if a couple of you haven't subbed, we're only 2 off of 850. We've been flying these last couple of weeks. So if there's 2 of you out there that haven't subbed, see if you can get us to the 850 by the end of the show and 50 likes. That'll be great. And make sure to comment and hype the video afterwards. Stick your comments in the chat. We'll always get back to you. Anything that you want to ask or, whatever. Put them in the comments. We'll always get back to you. Raymond's in. Hi, Cookie. How are you? Tudor is appointed as a new manager of Tottenham Hotspurs. Yep. And Tudor should be given money to buy players for Tottenham Hotspurs in the summer. If he stays, Ray, for whatever reason, they'll have to give him a few quid, wouldn't they? They'll have to give it. And whoever comes in, Ray, if it's not if it's not Tudor, if it's Poch, if it's not Poch, if it's someone else. You know, they've got to start getting the right scouts in, the right DOF. Again, like I've said, it's not as if we don't spend money. We just don't spend it well sometimes, or a lot of the time. So, yeah, absolutely, Daniel. Get on and watch it, Steve. Get yourself a nice double brandy in your hand, or scotch, and away you go, mate. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's what we live for, the football. Enjoy it, Steve. Ozzy's saying we are not losing to Ange. Mark my words, we're on the up. Let's hope so, mate. Tottenham Rangers says, I've been saying for years Richarlison walks into that Arsenal squad and becomes their best striker since Aubameyang. Ozzy, I don't know if you like Richarlison or not, right? But he's been here long enough now and he ain't really done it. So they can have him, mate, if they want him. To be fair, I want better than Richarlison at Spurs. But that, again, that's just me, mate. I love him for his shithousery. Don't get me wrong. When he's on it, on the pitch, you know, and he's on a wind-up, you know, I do like it. And if he ain't got to think about it, you know, the ball comes in, bang, he scores goals. When he's got to think about things, it's no good, man. It's no good. Let's hope so, Ranger. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. He's getting stuck in, Ranger. He's getting excited. Go on, the Ranger. Be up, Barbaric. He says, rain, sleet, snow, and high winds is the only quad the scum can claim this season. Big up, Barbaric. Sheriff! Ben says, fix the effing roads. You're going down too many potholes. He will if he's still here, Raymond. He will. Don't worry, mate. He will if he's still here. And whoever's here, like I say, Ray, you know, they've got to get behind them, mate. Yeah, Steve. Okay, Cookie, mate, you've convinced me. I'll park myself in front of the telly and give it everything I've got. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, Steve. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy, or try to enjoy it. You know, I think we'll all, the old nerves will be running. You know, I'm doing the watch along here, and I'm going to be up for it, mate. You know, we start at 4, half hour before it be buzzing. It'll be buzzing, mate. Looking forward to it, and as many of you that can join, I know there's many other creators out there that are doing their thing. You know, you join who you want to join and watch who you want to watch. But yeah, watch along at the weekend with, I think Sheriff's listed all the shows that are going out between now and the watch along. I think there's 5. This one tonight, the brunch in the morning. I think there's a show tomorrow evening. Then we've got the Fab 3 on Sunday morning, match day show with Nige. I believe Nige is going before that as well on his own show. And then obviously the watch along. And there'll be a post-match show, you know, when we can find a gap. But we're there. We're on all fronts. We're having it. We're having it, as they say. Marianne says, YouTube member, just hope we will see effort from the players and take points from the arse. I think that's all any of us want, Marianne. I think if they put in the shift, get a point, I think everyone will be happy. But put the shift in. Yeah, agreed with that, Andrew. They've got tough run-ins themselves. Yeah, they have. And that's why I don't want us to, you know, I know we're there, but get pulled right in, you know, within a game, because that's when it starts getting iffy. Whoever's playing who, you know what it's like. Oh, Spurs are down there. Come on, we'll lift our game 10, 20%. The West Hams, the Forests. Apparently so, Anthony. It was a concussion sub. So we'll see. We'll see. Big up to you, Music Realm. Hope you're well, mate. Smash the sub for us. You could be the 850th. Who knows? If you haven't subbed, please do like the stream. Jose's in 2-0 and the mighty Spurs. Let's hope so, Jose. Let's hope so, mate. Does anyone think it was a great question that I heard yesterday? And just, you don't have to go mad with your answers in the chat, but do you think this is a good time to play them now? Or is it like, well, they've had a couple of draws, could come back with a vengeance here? Or is it like, maybe they are running on a bit of fumes? And it is a good time to get stuck into them. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I think it'll be different, Steve. It does destroy you, mate, doesn't it? Big games like that. And as Mark says, Sheriff, we're rolling over, getting our belly tickled. That should never be happening in a derby, home or away. Yeah. Tossard. Yeah, he always has a good game against us. That would be nice if he weren't about. But I'm sure that. Well, I would like to think I'm sure that Spurs have this week delved into that and found out what's what with it. Absolutely, Daniel. Come on, you effing Spurs. He says, that's precisely fine. Go on, Ranger. Tossard. Got Daniel laughing there. Absolutely. Say what I want about Richie. We definitely need better. But it could be the perfect game for him on Sunday. He rattles a few feathers. Yeah. And if he's playing or if he comes on as sub, whatever the situation might be, Mario, do it. If there's one game, that I want you to shithouse, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. Do it on Sunday. Yeah. He does seem to be that sort of manager. He's an instant in your face, get in, let's get results. And it seems to falter away a bit. But I think they've made it clear, Dominic, that he's only staying, for the 12 games. I think he's happy with that. To be fair, he looks like he's got a big smile on his face. And to be fair, it ain't every day that a Tottenham Hotspur comes ringing you, is it? Or whatever the reason being was, if it was Paratici, whatever it was, you're not going to say no, are you? I don't think. It's got a great chance for him again he keeps Tottenham up and he's done his job all of a sudden. What's to say that someone wouldn't come in, from the league or from another league somewhere, a German league, an Italian league, again for him. You notice it when you're in any car, Ben. Definitely. I mean, you might get away with the old Range Rover and stuff like that, when you're a bit higher up, the old softer suspension and all that. But yeah, it's they're definitely wheel wreckers, Ben. Definitely wheel wreckers. Some of the roads round here, mate, honestly, they're shocking. How the council get away with it for the sake of sticking someone out on a, 100-yard stretch of road, potholes everywhere, 4 or 5 geezers out there for the day, filling them in or whatever else they do. But some of these roads have been left for months and years. They're just knackered, mate. Just knackered. But yeah, be careful of the potholes, Ben. Be careful, mate. 12-hour night shift for Marcus. God, they were the days, Marcus. Regular thing, mate, me with them as well. I used to do free shift when I worked at Ford's. Days, late nights. And then we used to do 12-hour shifts, mixed, days, late nights. And then this is back in the day. And then when it was really busy, they'd have us doing 16s. And we didn't have to do it, but they'd have us doing 16-hour shifts in there. And it could be like an 2:30 in the morning start all the way round to 6:30 at night. We used to spray the dashboards for the Jags. And there always had to be someone in that spray room. It was 24 hours a day. So there was 3 people spraying generally, but they never wanted that spray room empty. There had to be someone in there spraying all the time. And there was many times where they'd ask me to come in 4 hours early or stay 4 hours late. Money was good, man. It's Ford Motor Company. Of course I'm going to do it. But yeah, it's hard going, Marcus. It can be anyway. It can be. Agreed, Andrew. And I think they will be, mate. I think they will be. I think that atmosphere is going to be banging in there, mate. Absolutely banging. And let's hope so. Yeah, and as Barbaric says, put a shift in, smash the likes and the subs. Absolutely. We're about the 850 mark. A couple short before we started, I think. But I think we've sort of the last 6 weeks or so, I think we've gained about 150 subs. Something like that. It's been going really well the last few weeks. So we're just going to keep going. We're on the way to 1,000. And who knows after that? Who knows? Drula says, only 39 nights. Come on, people. There's 52 of you in here now. So if you haven't hit the like button, hit that like. Get us to 50 likes, please. Big up to the Music Realm. We subbed yesterday. Big up to you, mate. Appreciate it. Hit that bell as well. Music Realm. So occasionally, the lads will have a chat, and within an hour, we will just go live. Depending on what Mark's doing at work, what Nigel's doing, and, all sorts. So when we can get together, if we've got plenty to talk about, we'll all get together and away we go. But the Friday night streams on tonight, thank God it's Friday streams on tonight, 8 o'clock. So you're more than welcome. More than welcome over to that. Joe says, Vuskovic is back in Split for a few days because he's serving a yellow card suspension. His Amberch coach said he looked at his GPS data, very impressed. He's been training hard, not partying, dedication. And let's hope, Joe, that he does become that model professional. And as Mark says, let's hope that it's his face on the front page. Sorry, on the back page of the paper, not on the front page. Dedication these days, mate, to be a footballer, innit, with all the fitness and all that stuff, Joe. It is what it is. Leslie's off. Yeah, I'm going to be off soon, Leslie. By 11 o'clock, be shutting down. Got a few bits to do today. And I will catch you later, Leslie. Try and pop in tonight, mate. Say hello. And we'll see you then. Top fella, Leslie. Yeah, you just got to do it. You don't get the choice at the end of the day, do you, Don? But, like I say, it's like, it just gives it a bit of a lift up. New manager, same things. They're on a bit of a not dodgy, but, drawing games, dropping points. Let's get at them. Finn says, knowing Spurs, the relegation will come down to the final day because they just love putting fans through the ringer. I hope not, mate. I hope not. Leeds final day, innit? Got Leeds last game, I think. So, Finn, I know you're in jest, sort of, but I know what you mean. Andrew says it's a good time. They have no idea what to expect. If Frank was still in, defo loss. Daniel says a draw will suffice. Yep, for me, nick a draw. That'll do. Right. See, Ben's saying they only made 4 subs v Wolves, so Tossard should be available if fit. Right, okay. Okay. Looks like he's going to be coming back, doesn't it, mate? All right, here's 1K. I think it's interesting that the club has not been releasing any training videos. I assume Tudor has said, no, we need to focus. Yeah, just dribs and drabs coming out. 1K, dribs and drabs. Little videos here, videos there. And if that is the case, and he doesn't want videos coming out, however small and whatever they're showing, yeah, fair play to him. Fair play to him. You know, keep it all under wraps and let it all be a surprise. Let it all be a surprise on Sunday. So Drula says Arsenal did use a concussion substitute when they took off Trossard against Wolves, and that has made the forward a major doubt for the game against Tottenham. Fair play. Fair play. Oh, there you go. He's a class oneer. My dad was a class one all his life, Marcus, and my stepdad too. He went to America in the end because he got fed up with driving round England, it just so happened that my mum's family lived in America, and she'd put in for immigration about 8 years before, so it all timed out right for him, and they left to go and live in America, and he went driving all around America, you know. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, 16s are crazy, Scott. They are crazy, mate, because, you know, if you take it into consideration, all right, so, you know, whatever time you're starting, you need an hour in the morning, don't you? So, you know, you're up, cup of tea, clean your pegs, wash your hands and face, whatever, you know, time you get dressed, little cup of tea, you know, whatever. If you have a bit of toast before you go out, I never used to, but people do. So time, that's an hour. Yeah, so that's another hour out of your day. So that's 17 hours, you know, probably about the same, you know, going home, time you get out and in your car, in the car park, and, you know, depending how close you live, obviously. Another 3/4 of an hour, call it 18. There's your 6 hours kit, mate. And away you go again. Did that for weeks and months, Scott. It nearly buried me, mate. The money was good. And I was a lot younger then, but it did nearly bury me. I had 3 kids at home at the time. You know, obviously the missus was at home, the ex-missus, but, you know, it was difficult, and it can be. It's not so bad when it's for a short term, but when you start doing it for, you know, 3 and 4 months at a time, it can wear you down. Love a bit of Martin Peters, Ralph Coates, Alan Gilzine. So many to mention, isn't there, Simpleton? So many to mention. Martin Peters, ex-West Ham. Chiv. There's loads of players, Simps, you know. And we are, you know, when we first started, we did a thing called Spurs Unscripted. And we'd talk about all the old days on those videos there. And I'm thinking about trying to do something similar, but on a show scale. So like have a guest in, you know, maybe an older guest, or you know, it doesn't necessarily be older. It could be 40 years old, could be 60 years old. Obviously, the older the person, the longer they've supported Spurs, they'll be able to tell you more about the old days. You know, I can only go back to about 1980-ish. You know, I started going in 72, but by 1980, I was, you know, 11, 12, and, you know, cottoning on to what football was all about a bit. You know, Lubo's been going and Ellie have been going for a lot longer than me. You know, like I say, I was 1972. Lubo was it like early 60s? David Clark, who comes in the chat, early 60s. There's another person as well. I can't think of his name. Early 60s. So they are out there. It's just about getting people on, having a show for an hour, talking about the old days. and our football's changed so dramatically in the last 50 years, 40 years, 30 years. So, yeah, maybe we'll try and sort that out, Simpleton. We'll try and do that. Sure, I've missed one here, Big up to you all for being in. Oh, it is Everton. So when we got Leeds then? Is it the one before that? Sure, we've got Leeds. Near the end as well. Apologies, Joe and Mario. Got that one wrong as well. Yeah, we may well do, Anthony. We've got shows lined up at the moment. It'll probably be the Fab Free show on the Sunday morning, or on the Saturday night when we do a show Saturday night, 8:00. Again, there it might well be, because we don't normally have guests on the pre-match show with me, Nigel, and Mark. So it could be the Saturday night, Anthony. So there is a show already scheduled for Saturday night. It's in the thing. You'll see it in there, and that might be the option to go with for that, to talk more in depthly about the game and what people expect. But we're going to be back morning and evening all the way through now until the watch along. And then there'll be a post-match show, probably not on the night, but maybe on the Monday. Who knows? Yeah, Don's saying he's got to miss 10 days. So, we'll see. We're getting a bit conflicting reports, Don. But I thought it was 10 days, to be fair. But, Arsenal, we was talking about trying to swindle one there, maybe. Who knows? Dom's off. Yeah, I'm going soon, Dom. Big up, Mark. Got to go catch up with this vlog later. Yeah. We're nearly 11 o'clock now. Let me just. Yeah, we caught that one earlier, Steve. We caught that one earlier. No doubt he'll get a rousing reception. Big up to Delhi. Yeah, same as me. Music Realm, same age as me, mate. You are. Oh, sorry, no, he's not. He's older than me. Yeah, he says 11. Yeah, absolutely. 12, 13, whatever, Finn, whatever. Big up to you, Music Realm. Big up to Daniel. Just before we go, number one, thanks for all being in this morning again. Over 50 of you in here again. Love it. Love to see it on the brunch. And we're growing. Even if it's just a few people every show, it's growing all the time. So we're doing really well with that. Thanks to all of you for being here for that. We really appreciate it. Just want to say thank you to Daniel for the super sticker. Really appreciate it, fella. Really do. And for Mario as well for the same, for a super sticker. Top fellas. Well done, mate. Thanks to all the mods for being in this morning. We will be back, and the sheriff will be here. Yeah, and we'll try and get some guests on if we can. We'll be back tonight at 8:00 for the Thank God It's Friday stream. Yeah, we'll talk a bit of football, bit of this, bit of that. If you're not doing anything, come over, help the channel out. We'd appreciate it. Again, big up to you all. Thanks for being in. Enjoy the rest of your day. We will be back 8 p.m. tonight and see you then. Much love to you all. Thanks for being in. And as always, I'm trying to remember if I forgot anything before I shut down. I don't think. Oh, yeah. Like, sub, hype, hit the comment button. Do it all for us. Love to you all. See you tonight, 8 p.m. And as always, come on now, you Spurs. Cookie and the Chef
bottle